Dubai, the pulsating nerve center of UAE. The cosmopolitan city where you find people from any country in the world. Dubai continues to be the dream destination of all who want to make a fortune through hard work and diligence. Dubai has always welcomed one and all. International business houses compete with each other to grow root and develop their multi-billion-dollar industries and business here. The reins of world economy are held in the hands of these giant business houses. Yet, unknown to many of us, there are highly qualified professionals, experts in their fields, who guide these businesses through highways of success. They are the corporate consultants who provide a wide spectrum of services to business houses ranging from audit and tax to risk management and management advisory. Horvath Mac is a comprehensive corporate consultancy network, providing tailored, cost-effective and efficient professional services to several business giants. Horvath Mac is a global institution, an important constituent of the Crowe Horwath worldwide network, consisting of 640 offices in more than 100 countries. We are in the office of Atik Munshi, the managing partner of Horvath Mac. As a senior partner, Mr. Munshi manages Horvath Mac's Sharjah and Ras Al Khaimah offices. He is a qualified chartered accountant with over 20 years of experience in audit and consultancy fields. He specializes in business setup, corporate restructuring, mergers and acquisitions, offshore formations, forensic investigations and consultancy. Could you please tell us something about yourself, Mr. Munshi?
I am from a place called Surat, which is a city in Gujarat, India. I was brought and born up, and as well as I studied there to complete my CA in the city of Surat, and thereafter I reached Dubai as a fresh chartered accountant and started my career in UAE. And even in very few years I was made a partner, considering my contribution to the firm. By the grace of God, it has been always up from there on.
Tell us about your parents. How influential were they in your life and career?
My father was an industrialist. He passed away quite early in his age, and that left us with a vacuum. Though I learned quite a lot from my father, he has instilled in me good qualities, both of doing business and of being a good person as a whole. My mother is with me. She lives here with me in Dubai, and she is my source of inspiration, and I feel that I have reached this stage because of the prayers of my parents, who have prayed for me all along to make me successful, because behind my success I feel that my parents have played a very important role. I am actually the youngest son in the family. We are 2 brothers and 4 sisters. Mostly all of them are in India. 1 sister is here in UAE. My support came from my parents earlier, from my mother, from my elder brother, who has supported me quite a lot in my study stage, because he was taking care of the business and he supported me thereon for my studies, and he was always very prompting to me to complete my CA, and that's how I reached this stage. In fact, I remember in my early days as a child, I used to visit my father's factory, which was considered at that time one of the largest in Surat as well. It was a foundry. And I remember a frame which was placed right in front of him, which mentioned honesty is the best policy. And that is engraved actually in my heart. Honesty towards yourself, honesty towards your family and friends, honesty towards your staff people. And I believe that is the primary quality required for any person to move ahead in your life. That is, I think, one primer thing which I learned from my father, and my mother has supported me in the same thing, to be both a nice individual as a businessman and a religious person otherwise as well.
Could you tell us about Crowe Horvath's work in the UAE?
How to handle people both with respect to your customers or client, and how to deal with your staff. That is something which was inbuilt as a child with me, and this quality continued with me. And I am so fortunate to have good partners in the firm. The managing partner of our firm, Dr. Khalid Manyar, has been very supportive from the day I landed here in UAE, and because of the vision of the entire firm, we have reached this level. Now Crowe Horwath is not only one of the largest audit and consultancy firm in the world, it is actually the 9th largest, and in UAE also we are the top firms offering advice and audit to a large number of clients across the Emirates. We have got 16 offices in UAE alone, and we are trying to add more people and more offices year by year.
May we know some of your major clients?
Worldwide, there are a host of clients. I will, there is a list of clients. It will not be possible for you to provide the names. In UAE, we have names like CAF Holdings, we have got GMC, we have got Joya Lucas, we have a host of other companies in every field, I would say, manufacturing, service, trading. We have, mashallah, companies in all the fields, and we service the clients very well by the grace of God.
Could you explain the term business advisory?
Business advisory can be a host of things, and we have within our firm various experts, starting from legal experts to technical people who assist people in the business advisory can be any field. It can be your expansion, it can be mergers and acquisitions, it can be legal compliance work, it can be risk assessment, it can be new company formation, it can be offshore formations, apart from your due diligence works. So it is a host of things we offer with our staff base of 200 plus in UAE alone. So we have got expert in various fields in-house available for the client to meet those needs.
The support of your staff must be one of your strong pillars.
We consider our staff to be our strength, and that is the one resource we would always want to cherish and take it to the next level. Within the firm, we have an HR policy which cultivates the staff members to enhance their level, not only financially, but also as and the cultural level as well as a person. So a person may start at a lower level. We provide him means and encouragement to get upper in the firm, and we have examples of a person starting very low and even reaching the partner stage. So that encouragement is there within the firm, and our policies are geared to that level, that we encourage our staff members, and that is why we have a very good staff satisfaction level within the firm.
How important is the customer service factor in your profession?
In fact, customer service, customer satisfaction does not come about without a proper customer service. Our field is a service field, so we have to make sure that we provide not only the right service, but we add value to our services. We provide not only what the client is contracted to do, between us and the client what contract is, but we try to add value so the client has knowledge that the company is adding value to the services they are offering. So if let's say contract is for A service, we will probably do A plus 1. So make sure that the client is satisfied and get the right service for a reasonable fee.
How would you describe UAE's business climate as a choice to start new ventures?
In fact, UAE government has been very proactive to support businesses, and this applies to all Emirates of the UAE. All of the Emirates are very pro-business, so you will find it easy to set up business here. You will find easy to do business in UAE compared to other parts of the world. Not only that, UAE is mostly a tax-free country, so that gives an added incentive and benefit for the businesses to set up here and run out the other sources of business from UAE. And fortunately, the government of UAE is very proactive. They take steps to make further improvements from time to time to get more and better services for the business, whether it is infrastructure, whether it is power, whether it is other services they want, or in IT services, to make sure that the business community gets the right infrastructure and the right platform to take off business from here.
Do you have any advice for the new entrepreneurs?
For a new entrepreneur or a new business, it is very important to plan correctly. Planning starts not only at the stage of looking at how much investment is required, but it also entails a lot of aspect of what is the right environment for you, what are the right people for you, what are the right customers for you, whether you yourself are geared into giving time enough for that particular venture you are planning to do. And on top of it, it requires absolute dedication and persuasion. So, for any new entrepreneur, if he has this thing, all these qualities plus these plans in place, then it should be successful unless there are circumstances beyond control.
It is said that there is a woman behind every successful man.
For a successful man, there is usually a woman to support. I had in fact the good faith of having both my mother and my wife as women behind me. So that has helped me quite a lot. And when I look behind at my life way back, and I ask myself, what have I done? Have I done something which I should not have done? There are certain things which I regret, but most of all, I am satisfied the way I have lived my life and how God has been very kind to me. So it has been also the help of circumstances which has molded my life, and my wife has also been an inspiration for me, and so has my small daughter, and they have a lot to my life and the way to my success. I sincerely appreciate my wife Nazima for bringing this happiness to my life.
The nature of your work must be involving a lot of travel. How does your family cope up with your absence?
Yes, in fact, not only it requires a traveling to meet people, to understand new systems, to understand new services, and to give explanation to client, requires a lot of traveling, and fortunately the family has been understanding first of all and supportive. So they understand the needs that this is required in this profession to be done, and they are actually quite supportive of this fact. So again, I am fortunate to have a family which is supportive to me.
And travel influences one's personality.
Traveling is something which allows you to meet people of different cultures and different attitudes as well. And it also teaches you tolerance of how to handle people, because what might be abhorring to you as an Indian, it might be very adaptable for another culture. So you have to be tolerant towards people. That is one quality you will learn from traveling. Apart from that, you get to meet people of various nationalities, various people. Fortunately, as a firm also, and in Dubai, we have got around 200 nationalities living in UAE, and our clients again are spread over various nationalities. So we get to interact with different nationalities, different cultures on a day-to-day basis. And in the travel also, this is the same scenario, though it teaches you more about the geography and culture of that particular city or a place you are traveling.
What, according to you, is the cornerstone of your success?
Of course, I feel that this entire world and the universe is governed by the rules of God Almighty, and we are all human beings. We are trying to do our bit in the right way, so we achieve the goals not only in this life but the year after. And an individual is inbuilt to have a good person. So there will be exceptions, there might be some bad people, but mostly as an individual, as a human being, you are made to be a nice person, a nice addition to the society. So by the grace of God, the God has been very kind to me, and that is why I feel that behind all my success, it is the God's good grace. I did expect success, but not as this. In fact, I thought God has been very kind to me, that success had come to me in a short time. I see a lot of people struggle. As we advise people in business, I have seen businesses fail as well, and a lot of people not doing well, maybe because of various reasons, due to cost planning, due to incorrect timing, due to working capital needs. Business can go wrong, but it requires hard work and it requires persuasion. So if you have in mind that you want to succeed, then hopefully there will be means and ways that you will be able to do it. Aim is something which is something you can easily be quantifiable. Like you say, this is my aim, I want to reach from level A to level B, and it is quantifiable. Right? Dream is something you perceive that this is the level you want to reach, but it might come 5 years, it might take 10 years, it might take 20 years, or in some cases 50 years. So dream is something, a much higher level of aim, perhaps I will classify as a dream.
Tell us about your philosophy, your take on life.
As a passion, I would say I wanted to be a successful chartered accountant, and I worked hard for that, and that has come, I have achieved, but this is not the end. There are still a lot of journey ahead of me, and I foresee that by further more work and further more support, we will reach higher levels in the times to come. Though this is the business and family is not the only part of your life, we have to give back to the society what we earn from them. I feel that charity is very important to everybody, and you have to be supportive for people who are less fortunate. And I have made a point that I will make supports to people who are less fortunate, and that way, in a way, to a small extent, be some help to the society. This goes not only for as an individual, but also as a firm. In my personal view, I feel that if a person has means, he should somehow be some help to the society in whichever way he can. Even a kind word to somebody is an act of charity in my view. You can always, of course, do financial help to people in need. That is one part, and be good to the society, be a nice individual. So you are not a burden to the society, you are actually a value addition to the society.
Like business houses, an individual too needs to conduct periodic self-evaluation, self-assessments. Don't you agree?
I feel that I have more negatives than positives. Human beings, because we have to evaluate ourselves every time, and it's an ongoing process. Each person has some sort of weaknesses. There is nothing like a complete human being. If you get rid or try to resolve one weakness, sometimes a new weakness might come in. So it's always a fight and a struggle to overcome that weaknesses, to try to become a better individual. Sometimes you are less successful, sometimes you are more successful. But this also, again, it has to be with conviction that you need to evaluate yourself and try to find what weaknesses you are. Then only you will be able to correct yourself or improve on yourselves.
Tell us about your future plans.
My future plans, of course, I want this firm to achieve the next higher stage along with my staff members. So it is our general policy to take on everybody in our progress path, not only just benefit people who are at the helm of the affairs, but everybody down to the last office boy should benefit out of the growth of the firm. So we are looking at further expansion of our offices, further expansion of the services offered. In fact, I am traveling to Chicago next month to explore certain new service areas which can be added to our line of businesses here in UAE.
Thank you so much, Mr. Munshi. It has been a great pleasure talking to you. I'm sure our viewers will hugely benefit from your words, and it would inspire them to succeed in their ventures. On behalf of the channel and its viewers, I would like to thank you so much for sharing your valuable time and ideas with us. Thank you.